Fraternizing. Got to be more careful. The word is fraternizing. Fraternizing.
Listen to what people say. They don't know about you and me.
What is going on, y'all? The lights just went out. Hold on. My bad. What is going on, y'all? It's your girl, CandyC, and you are in the place to be. So, every time my husband leaves the house, the lights are set automatically to turn off. So, that's what just happened. So, anywho, welcome back to my basic training story time. And today I wanted to, so I'm going to read the next journal entry to you guys that I wrote while I was in basic training. And I just remembered that I didn't really explain to y'all the different phases that we go through. So when I give y'all a different phase color, it means something. So the first phase that we enter into is red phase, which is 3 weeks long. The second phase is white phase, which is also 3 weeks long. And then the third phase is blue phase, which is 4 weeks long. So I never explained that to you. So the last story time, when I talked about me being in white phase, that was around the September 20th time period, which was the second phase that we had entered into. So the book that I did my journaling in is this book that my mom bought me before I went in, and it says, "And so the adventure begins." And what I did was I put pictures in my book so that every time I opened it, I was reminded of family. So this is me and my mommy-in-law. This is me, my mom, and my sister. This is me and my grandma. And this is me and my dad. And then on the next page, it's all three of my babies when they were a lot younger. My doggy Cupcake. And then me and my husband. So this is pretty much like all the important people in my life that I was leaving behind as I went on through this journey. So let's go ahead and get into this journal entry. On my end, everything here in basic is going good. I'm still the PG for 2nd platoon, and I don't plan on giving that up. I made one mistake, which was a mix-up on weapons. A male trainee left his weapon up in his bay when he went to sick call. I feel like God is truly on my side. I don't have issues with anyone in my bay or in my platoon. I marched the platoon once and did cadence. I had to do the morning report once, and I was nervous. The drill sergeants are really helpful to me. They provide a lot of info regarding career paths and or choices. So a lot of times, like during downtime, some of the drill sergeants may want to do like a little bit of chit chat, and they'll ask you like, "Oh, what's your MOS? What are your plans for the military?" And da 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 da. So I will always tell them like, "Oh, this is my MOS, and I plan on being an officer." So they'll give me like tips and stuff, and they'll say, "Oh yeah, no doubt, you can definitely do that, or you can be warrant officer, or you can do this, you can do that, and make sure you go to school." Like they were really there for the soldiers as far as like planting a seed in our minds, of like best practices as far as your career is concerned. They don't get upset when I ask questions. I really feel comfortable going to any of them. I'm nervous to get new drill sergeants during blue phase. By then, basic will almost be over and it should be easier. So the cycle that I was in, they had like a lot of reservists that will come in and cycle through as drill sergeants. So our senior drill sergeants, which were like the head leader drill sergeants, they would remain the same. And then the drill sergeants that fall underneath them would filter out and be different. So each phase, red phase, blue phase, white phase, we would get different drill sergeants, which was tough because now you have these drill sergeants that are trying to get to know you, and you're trying to like fill them out and see, what they'll tolerate and what they wouldn't tolerate, how you would talk to them, how you wouldn't talk to them. Because some drill sergeants will be cool, like cool as I don't know what, and then some is like you gotta walk on eggshells pretty much and be careful what you say. I can't wait for the next phone call home. I pray and hope everything is good. I know I'm here at basic training for a reason. So I try to stay focused on that and get as much as I can out of it. The physical part is hard, but it challenges me and it's making me stronger. I passed both of my PT tests with 60% or higher in each category. I'm stoked at my results. I've improved on everything. I love writing home, showing my improvements and my successes. I'm actually having fun here because I get to do something new and different each day. So if y'all haven't caught any of my previous videos, please go back and look at them, because I mentioned in one of them early on that one of the main reasons why I decided to join the military is because it's doing something different every day. I cannot stand doing the same thing all the time. It's like eating leftovers. Like, after a while, leftovers get boring. Like, after about the second day, it's like, on to the next, something else, please. Or it's like eating chicken every single day. Like, can we incorporate some shrimp? Can we get some steak? Can we get a surprise? Can we get some mystery meat? Something. Like, I don't want to do the same thing over and over again. And that's probably why, like, a lot of jobs that I've had on the civilian side, it was mainly jobs where I am doing something different every day. And if I did have like a desk job or something like that, I ended up quitting and moving on to something else, because it's like, I can't sit still. Don't put me somewhere where I can't move or I can't socialize. Like, I gotta be doing something. The pettiness of others, of course, is annoying, but we are all human and not everyone is civilized. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I wrote that. Yes, people were super duper petty. And I'm not just talking about all the trainees. Drill sergeants were petty. Senior leaders, petty. Every day I'm super tired, and on Sundays the females take naps on the floor or in the bathroom. That's another thing. Okay, so Sundays were like one of our free days. We could pretty much do what we want. So like in the morning, you have the chance to go to church. And I did go to church a couple times. Going to church was emotional, y'all. Yep. So I went to 2 Christian churches, and then one of my battle buddies wanted me to go to, I forget what it's called, but it's one of those services, and they spoke Spanish, which I didn't understand what they were saying, but you can like kind of like feel the spirit or whatever. But going to church was tough. I remember going to church way back in reception when we first got there. The very first week in reception, I remember going to church, and I cried, because it's like, this was my first time in church without my family, because back home, when we go to church, we're all together. But going to church by myself and realizing that I don't have my family with me, that's kind of tough. So on Sundays, we can go to church, and then we get back, we can wash clothes, we can write letters, we have to clean our bay. You know, we pretty much have a free day where it's no training. The only requirement is you're not allowed to go to sleep. So you're not allowed to lay in your bed. You're not allowed to sit on your beds. So females, well, in my bay, people will go into the bathroom and go to sleep, because if a drill sergeant walks in, by the time they reach the bathroom, you're up. You will be up. Now, I ain't going to sleep in no bathroom. I'm sorry. There's a lot of places that I can go to sleep, that I can fall asleep, but the bathroom? No, that's dirty. That's nasty. Like, you got your blanket that you about to lay with at night in the bathroom, on the bathroom floor. Ugh. Why? I don't know, call me bougie, call me, whatever you want to call me, but I couldn't do that. No, sir. So if I fell asleep on a Sunday, which rarely happened, it would be literally sitting on the floor next to my bunk, pretending like I'm writing a letter. But then even still, if I'm next to my bunk on the floor, it's not in plain sight where if the drill sergeant walks in, they'll see me. Usually when the drill sergeant walks in, you're supposed to call everybody, you're supposed to say at ease to everybody, and then everybody's supposed to get up. So if whoever is like close to the door, when they call it, then pretty much you could just get up. But there's sometimes where drill sergeants will sneak in and nobody will say anything, and then they're like, what are you doing? Why are you asleep? Get up. So being the PG is cool. I like being relied upon for stuff. I enjoy being a leader and always have been. One thing that bothers me is that everyone has an opinion when I try to do things as a PG. So this is what I mean by that. We'll be doing something, and I will say, let's say we're all cleaning our weapons on the drill pad, and I tell my platoon, like, hey, let's start cleaning up now, so that when the drill sergeants do tell us to clean up, we're already ahead of the game. Like, let's be proactive. And somebody always has an opinion. Well, I don't think we should do it like that, or can't we just do blah blah blah? Well, but mommy, what about this? Like, who's the parent? Who's the PG? Me, right? Thought so. I'd be like, look, no, like, let's do it this way, and everybody always got something to say. So it says motivation and confidence is key here, and every day I feel stronger in those areas. My babies wrote me a letter, but I want more letters. I know they're getting so big. A lot of people are getting recycled or restarted here for numerous reasons, like failed PT tests, fraternizing, Got to be more careful. The word is fraternizing. I don't know why I wanted to say what the heck was I trying to say? Fraternizing. Oh my goodness. Fraternizing. Being injured, etc. It puts a lot into perspective that you have to be on your shit. So yes, we've seen people getting in trouble for a lot of different reasons, and people getting counseled for it, and people getting restarted for it, or just being kicked out, period. So if you get injured and you can't go on, then they send you back to reception to recover, and then you can restart. But when you restart, you have to restart from the beginning. Nope, not gonna be me. If I get this far, I'm going all the way. Don't send me back. If you send me back, then I'm going back home. I'm not doing all this over again. It says, I hope Jeff is saving money for graduation and family day. I want it to be a good time and worry-free. I also hope he is doing good managing the money at home. I'm depending on him a lot with the money, the kids, the house, etc. Do you know how stressful it is to be away at basic training, wondering if bills are getting paid? Do you? Do you know how stressful it is being away at basic training, wondering if the kids are eating? Do you? Do you know how stressful it is to be away at basic training, wondering if your husband is being faithful? Do you? It's tough. It's hard. It's like a long distance relationship. Nobody likes those. And if you like them, then you're silly. Nobody I know likes long distance relationships. Just saying. Crunch time means a lot of training ahead. Tomorrow we are doing the Anvil, which will be 8 miles, ruck march. We already been to the range the past 2 weeks, and we did the PT test for blue phase. The forge is coming up, y'all. You know what the forge is? The forge is a 10 to 12 mile ruck march. And that's 3 weeks from this date. And I'm excited but nervous at the same time. Want to know why? Because 10 to 12 miles is a long ruck with 30 pounds on your back and a weapon in your hand, and it's being cold outside, and then you have to sleep overnight. Actually, it's 10 to 12 miles there. I think it's a total altogether 46 miles. So you do 10 to 12 miles there, and then you do some type of scenario in between, and then you do the 10 to 12 miles back. I can't remember what the distance is here and there in between, whatever, but it totals like 46 miles altogether, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm mistaken, somebody please let me know, because I can't remember. There are a lot of females here that I actually like, which makes this experience a little more tolerable. Yes, I ran into some females that were pretty cool, pretty darn cool, and guess what? Even to this day, I still talk to them. It's probably about 5 of them that I still talk to, because they were cool. They are cool. So it made it easier because I had somebody to talk to. I had somebody to laugh and joke with. I was able to be myself around some people, and just made it more fun. People respect me and don't look at me sideways. Oh, okay, let me back up because I was confused. I was like, people respect me and don't look at me sideways. What you mean? So it says, I'm the mom here at basic training, and it's cool being the oldest because people respect me and don't look at me sideways. Every time we get smoked, I try to take it serious and do all the exercises because it will make me better at PT. That's the key. The purpose of them smoking you is to get stronger. It's not because they're just being douchebags on purpose. It's because they actually care about your physical being, and they want you to be stronger, and they want you to be successful, and they want you to pass all the PT tests. So they smoke you on purpose so that you could be strong. Is that right? Also coming up is Combatives. Oh, I have some stories for Combatives. Grenades. I have stories about when we went to the grenade range. Land nav, and more. I don't really have stories about land nav because my drill sergeant made me miss the land nav class because he wanted me to do bigger and better things, which was like laminating paper. I missed something very important. I wish I didn't miss that class because I don't know nothing about land nav. And so I said that we're about to be really, really busy, and the last day for letters and mail is October 18th. So I wrote this on October 7th. And the last day that we're able to send out letters is October 18th. Well, no, the last day to receive letters is October 18th. We can send letters all day long, but we're not going to get letters after October 18th because we're preparing to graduate, and they don't want letters coming while we're not there no more. So I hope y'all enjoyed going through my journal with me. It's been fun, and I appreciate you rocking with your girl. And you already know I'm gonna see you next time. Until tomorrow for another story time with me, CandyC. Bye.
We paper chasing, yeah, we own that. We're riding out into the moment.